Morning, everyone. Well, I was raised in a Christian family. We went to church 3 times a week. We prayed before meals and at bedtime. And my parents had 10 children, 2 of whom were adopted. I had a loving family, and it was when I reached high school that my life changed. First, I started smoking cigarettes, then later on marijuana and alcohol, and I lived that life for several years. Then I got married and had children of my own. My wife took the kids to church for a while, but I wouldn't go. Dad wanted me to turn to the Lord, but I still would not. My brother, who was a preacher also, tried to get me to turn to the Lord, but no, not me. I kept putting it off. I've got time, I said. First, Dad died, and I went out to where we worked, and I screamed out at the Lord, "Why?" I wasn't ready for him to be gone. But I still didn't change. I didn't turn to the Lord. I guess I said, I've got time. I was still putting it off. 4 years later, my brother died. I had put calling on the Lord off for so long that I missed what my brother wanted me to do with him, which was to turn to the Lord and to visit churches that he was giving sermons in. That was a turning point in my life. That I finally cried out to God for help. I started praying and reading the Bible. I prayed for forgiveness. I didn't go to church yet. I just prayed and read the Bible on my own. 2 years ago, I started having chest pains while I was mowing my yard. That happened several times before I told my wife, Mary. She talked me into going to the ER. They checked me out and made an appointment with a cardiologist. They did some tests. It showed that one artery was 95% blocked. The second one was 75%. Well, I was going to have a stent put in. They put it in the 95% side first. So the day came for the procedure, going to be same-day surgery. Back home in about 5 hours. They put the stent in and sent me to a room. In a short amount of time, I was feeling bad, hurting. A nurse asked me how bad I was hurting, from 1 to 10. I said 10. Blood clots were clogging the stent. They rushed me down to surgery. By that time, I felt that I was slipping into a dark place. looking out. Well, they got the stent opened up, and everything was looking good. They sent me to ICU to keep a close watch on me. Mary was in the room with me, standing by my bed. She asked me how I was feeling. And I said, I think I'm starting to feel better. And at that very same moment, I was gone. I died. The place I was at was dark. I couldn't see nothing. But I had no fear. I felt no fear. I actually felt joy because I've got a ringing in my ears, my head. That's there 24/7 for as long as I can remember. I also had no pain. A dark place, but I had no fear, no pain, no ringing in my head. Then I heard pow, then silence, then pow, and I started coming back. Then I heard a voice at the head of the bed saying, "It's okay, bud. It's okay, we've got you." Then I came back. And I believe the Lord showed me two things that day. That I wasn't saved yet. He showed me the dark place. But he also showed me at the same time what I could have. Happiness. No fear, no pain, no sorrow. Joy, love. Well, after that, I started praying even harder. And once my ribs got healed up, I got down on the floor and I prayed like never before. And I begged for forgiveness. And I started looking out to find a church to go to because I hadn't been doing that. And I was trying to do it on my own. I knew in my heart that wasn't working, and it wasn't. And I went to a couple of different churches around here, but something just didn't feel right or fit to me. And then lo and behold, some women from this church came to my neighborhood, stopped by my house. They left a calling card. And I wasn't there at the time they came, but my wife told me what they'd done, showed me the card. And I felt so blessed. And I thought, well, I've got to go check this place out. And here I am. And that's my story. And there's a passage in 1 Corinthians 1:18 that sticks out pretty dear to my heart right now. And it reads, "For the message of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing. But to us who are being saved, it's the power of God." Thank you for listening.